Jesus walked the water. And the water stood still. Walked the water. The water stood still. Jesus walked the water, and the water stood still. Jesus, he walked the water, and the water stood still. Jesus walked the water stood still. Fed 5,000 on the mountainside, bread, fish, and wine. Jesus walked the water stood still. Jesus walked the water, and the water stood still. Jesus walked the water, and the water stood still. Jesus raised the dead from the dead, made a blind man see, a crippled man walk, and a deaf man talk. Jesus walked the water, and the water stood still. Jesus walked troubled waters, and the water stood still. Jesus walked the water, and the water stood still. In the dark of night, the moon shining bright, the wind started to blow, the thunder started to roll, lightning started to flash, water started to fall. Jesus called, "Peace, be still." Jesus walked the water, and the water stood still. Come, Peter, come, Peter. Jesus walked the water, and the water stood still. Jesus walked the water. Man, maybe I got this. Hey, you came back. You did come back, didn't you? Oh, man. I didn't think you would come back, but I'm glad that you did. I had some things I wanted to say, but I didn't have time the last time. And you had to go. And I had to go. We had things to do. Anyway, now that you're back, let's see what can I share with you. Oh, my brothers. They have the name of twins. One is named Fulton, and the other one was named Felton. Bless his heart. He's long departed. And I, being the baby child, and my grandmother and grandfather, they would go to town. You know, when they go to town, they get in the truck and they go about 30, 40 miles to town. So while they were away, my brothers and them had chores to do, but they decided to play. They would go into my grandmother's pantry. Yeah, they'd go in her pantry and steal her canned peaches, give me some, and I would eat it and smile and everything. So when grandmother and grandfather came back, they said, "What have them boys been doing? Chew," was my nickname as a boy. What they've been doing. Grandma, they went in your pantry and went in the back and got your peaches. They did what? Yeah. And they took the bottles, they took the jars and threw them out there in the woods. And grandmother would give me a candy bar. And then she would go chastise my brother and my cousin Albert. I forgot about Albert. And I'd be standing there eating the candy bar, and they would take one good look at me and do that. So one time my grandmother and grandfather went away, and they looked at me. And I broke out running. But of course I could not run Felton. He was taller, his legs was longer. He caught me, picked me up, and they took a clothesline. And my brothers and them rigged this clothesline up around me and lowered me down into a well. Dark. And when that cold water hit my feet, I started to scream. And my scream was echoed in the well, and all I could see was a little light up top, and them up there with these ropes that they had lowered me in there. And when my brothers then brought me up out of that well, and I looked up in the sky and saw that Georgia blue sky and those pretty white clouds, and they set me back on solid ground. Believe me, I lost the ability to snitch. I ain't told on nothing since. Whatever I saw, I didn't see it. Whatever my brothers them did, I didn't tell. Grandmother said, what them boys been doing? I ain't been doing nothing. I ain't seen them do nothing. I've been playing. I ain't seen them. And that broke me out of snitching. I guess that's as I grew and grew up, it just stuck with me. Snitching was not one of the things I practiced doing. Oh man, it was such good times. Good times. Then grandmother died. Grandmother died. And things changed. Oh man, everything changed. Grandfather, my brothers, they went to war with each other. And grandfather, him serious. Ain't gonna be with one man in this house. And we had to leave. And then I went to stay with my godmother and godfather, Reverend Marvin and Mrs. Marvin. They had the prettiest white church. Oh, this German shepherd was pretty. And he played with me and he ate everything I had in my hand. But Reverend Marvin and Mrs. Marvin would take us to church every Sunday, and we would travel all over Georgia. He was one of those evangelist preachers, and he was well known. And that's how he made his living, because he went from church to church. And every Sunday he had a different church to go to, and he'd go, and he'd get there and do the sermon. And of course, I got a chance to sit with the preachers. I got a chance to sit behind closed doors with preachers. I got a chance to see what preachers talk about. It wasn't always about God. Yeah, behind the doors with the preachers. And I learned a lot watching the preachers. And I stayed with my godfather, I guess I say close to a year. Then my uncles came out of Washington, D.C. to Georgia, my grandmother's sons, Robert and Lamar. They came and picked us up and brought us to Washington, D.C. Hello, 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 baby, baby, baby. This was a new world that just begun. And I hit Washington, D.C., baby, lost. From the country air to long trees, watching squirrels chasing rabbits, and watching crows fly in the pecan trees, chasing cows, my old dog, all gone. Fresh air, quietness, all gone. I'm in a new world, and a whole new world began. And then I started my journey in Washington, D.C. I got a chance to get inducted into a school called Mott, with Christian Mott School, where they had teachers that were real teachers, stern teachers. This is Hightower. Oh, let me tell you about my second grade teacher named Mrs. Calloway. Mrs. Calloway wasn't called than that. So me being what I was, I did it right there. I fell in love with Mrs. Calloway. Her hands were clean. I mean, she was immaculate. She smelled good. When you stood next to her, she checked your papers. Her hair was, I mean, man, I could just look in her hair, man, it would be shining. She was, oh man, she always smelled good. And I used to love her to put her hands on my shoulder. And that's the first teacher I had a crush with, Mrs. Calloway. You know, Mrs. Calloway ended up teaching my first son. Strange, this game called life. Anyway, as I started to walk through the discovery of LeDroit Park, I come to find out that I was around educators, teachers, ministers, and all of these entertainers at Howard University, Freedman's Hospital, and the awe of Howard University, the learning, people that lived in LeDroit Park were people who had been around with people like Duke Ellington. Henry Hackney's father, grandfather, taught Duke Ellington. That was the Grants and the Hackneys and the Spraggins. They took me away every summer with them in Culpeper, Virginia, at their summer home. And then my sister and my sister's best friend took me to the Howard Theater. Good God Almighty. Hello, call the police. I'm in trouble now. The Howard Theater sparked my imagination, and I wanted to be there. I wanted to be there. And I spent my time after that walking to the Howard Theater every Sunday after church, from church to the Howard Theater, to see them perform. A lot of them. I mean a lot of them. Look, I don't have time to go into the Howard Theater, but I'm going to tell you about the Howard. I'm going to tell you about what the Howard is. I'm going to tell you about what the Howard did. I'm going to tell you about the historical theater that the Howard Theater was and is, and has always been and shall always be one of the most unique black theater on the chitlin circuit. So hey, man, if you come back, you know, like you come back and surprise me again like you did, I'll tell you about the Howard Theater. Jesus walked the water, and the water stood still. Jesus walked troubled waters, and the water stood still. Fed 5,000 on the mountainside, fed them bread, fish, and wine. Jesus walked troubled waters, and the water stood still. Jesus, he walked the water, and the water stood still. Jesus raised a dead man from the dead, made a blind man see, a crippled man walk, and a deaf man talk. Lord, Jesus walked the water, and the water stood still. Ow! Jesus walked the water, and the water stood still. Jesus walked the water, and the water stood still. Jesus, he walked troubled water, and the water stood still. See, come back and holler at me. I'll be there. Room 202. Peace. Love you. Yeah.
Well, I must have Jesus all the way by his side. Please let me stay. I can't walk right. I can't talk right unless I have Jesus all the way.